Magnus Carlsen, frequently referred to as the King of Chess, is widely recognized as one of the finest chess masters of any generation. Carlsen has been the undisputed chess community leader for many years because of his extraordinary talent and tactical understanding. Of course, nobody is perfect. Even the pros make blunders sometimes. In this video, we will look at the top 2 worst mistakes that Magnus Carlsen has made throughout his distinguished career. This will demonstrate that even the brightest minds are susceptible to making mistakes when put under extreme strain. World Blitz Championship 2010. The first game we have is one in which Magnus made the worst mistake of his entire professional chess tenure. In this game, Magnus lost a game because he violated one of the game's laws. This game occurred in the 2010 World Blitz Championship and involved Boris Savchenko. Magnus, playing white, made the move e4, and the other player, using the Sicilian defense, reacted with c5. Then he moved his pawn to d4, allowing white's knight to retake the middle position for the first time in the game. The two players then took a while building their pieces, marking the beginning of the match. Magnus made a poor move by advancing his queen to d2, and his rival retaliated by moving his knight to f6. The players exchanged pieces, commanding Carlsen in the middle of the board. Possibly Magnus's misstep could be attributed to the need for more time. After Carlsen's knight grabbed on b4, Savchenko quickly retook it with his pawn. After another rook takeout by Magnus, he gained a significant lead at calm. Savchenko, sensing that time was running out, launched a feint with his queen and rook on the left hand of the board surface. To safeguard himself, Magnus brought over his rook. Magnus regained with his queen, and Savchenko took on d3 with his dark-squared bishop. After more shuffling of pieces and a queen exchange on a 3, both sides were down to their final couple of seconds. After Magnus's rook checked Savchenko's king on d3, the black rook returned to the board to prevent further attack, and the two players decided to exchange parts again. Unfortunately, the worldwide champion's downfall began here. In the tense final moments of the game, Magnus accidentally shifted his king to d4 instead of c4. Both actions were acceptable, though one could argue that he committed an extra move as he briefly removed his hands from the piece before realizing his mistake. Carlsen's competitor exposed him for it, and as a result, he had to retire. World Rapid Tournament 2022. Magnus Carlsen faced Vladislav Artemiev in the World Rapid Tournament. The game began with Artemiev moving his pawn to d4 and Magnus executing the Indian defense he had played numerous times before. After another couple of moves, Magnus checks the king with his dark-squared bishop on step 4 by bringing it out to square b4. Magnus decided promptly to make a piece exchange. As king, Magnus builds a defensive structure, and after some deliberation, Artemiev does so as well. Intending to exchange pieces, Magnus takes on move d4 with his knight. After Magnus's 2 rooks struck Artemiev's queen on c4, the white queen could retake and regain control of the board. Magnus exposed his light-squared bishop and promptly chose to exchange units to hasten the onset of an endgame. Magnus is usually undefeated in the game's latter stages, but was eliminated before that point. Artemiev tried to get his rook involved by pushing it forward, while Carlsen initiated a charge on the right side of the playing field by bringing his pieces up. However, this allowed Magnus the immediate chance to make a rook swap on d1, which he took. Carlsen was getting close to tasting triumph as the final pieces were being chipped down, but he had no idea that an awful event was on the horizon. Magnus made an unfortunate blunder by playing his knight in response to Artemiev's rook to d1. Magnus did his best to maintain his poker face, hoping his competitor wouldn't see the irony that he was now out of the game. The level of stress was through the roof. Magnus was coerced into a bad deal in which he wasted an entire piece and was unhappy with his choices. In the end, Artemiev could simply find the breeze after rearranging a few more elements and beat the world champ. Subscribe to our channel and join the conversation. We love hearing from our subscribers and can't wait to connect with you.